This program contains graphic material, including offensive language. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hi, everybody on YouTube. I don't feel well right now. It's just one of those days for me. It's just, all like whiny and stuff.
I thought perhaps the end of days was upon us, but it turned out it was just a disoriented old lady in a champagne-colored Toyota Avalon, crashing into my world like DNB circa 1996.
Oh my goodness, hello! So it looks like my system might be working for the moment. It turns out the problem that has been preventing me from live streaming and that caused all those problems last time is this Chinese-made device.
I was curious as to your commercial that you have on TV. I think it's saying the world isn't flat. I totally took offense to that.
I haven't changed. I'm still a flat earther.
There is no hope for us, and I'm sorry. I've never been one to give that type of a message or try to spread that. Maybe I'll get over it, guys. But I just went through torment and hell, and it's giving me nightmares. There's no one to help us. Everyone's covering it up, and I just can't take it anymore, guys. I cannot take chemtrails anymore.
David 136, suspect is still in my vehicle.
Oh god, there's another cop! Shit! Oh god, oh god!
Is that her right there? There she is.
Come here now! Get on the ground!
Now he did got on a stolen vehicle for sure. Alright, stand up. Anybody got a cage? She's wiry.
Apparently so.
His car is right there.
You just
stole a police car.
I'm going to jail.
You stole a police car in front of 3 police officers. I've seen some stupid stuff, but my gosh. And you hit a car with it?
I was going to jail. Something that I did not do.
You just stole a police car.
Now I'm going to jail for something I did.
Well, there we go.
I do take accountability for my actions.
Did you steal a police car?
You know what?
Did you?
Give me an attorney.
Answer the question.
Give me an attorney. How about
We saw you do it.
No, you didn't see me do it.
I did.
He did.
Who's got their claws in you, my friend? Into your heart I'll beat again.
Welcome everybody. Theory of a Blind Man here. Yeah, it's me, Whistler. Got an exciting show. I think so. Anyway, how's everybody doing? In darkness, welcome, good sir. And let's see if I can remember. I went through the list already. Let's see. In darkness, the average blind guy, welcome. Technology freak, welcome. Blind toes, welcome. Danny Maria UC, welcome. Modus operandi, brother, how are you doing, sir? Welcome. Agent Z%, of course. Natasha. Who else do we got in here? Oh, look at that. Streamlabs is here. Awesome. Welcome, Streamlabs. Thanks for joining us. Shine Greenman, how you doing, sir? Good to have you all here. We're going to have a pretty fun show tonight, as you can tell by the description. Got some interesting things to go over. I found some really cool videos. I found this one of a retro gamer looking for a girlfriend, so we're gonna look at that. Found another great Attack of the Karen. Got another good one of those. What else do we got? Oh, I found an article on something hilarious. How to avoid getting sick, including the beer virus. And of course, we've also got some channel reviews, or should I say video reviews. So we'll get to all that, plus hang out with you guys and just have some fun. Stay tuned. Did y'all just see that roll by Shine? He just won 50 million credits. Who wants to do the top? Let's find out how many points people got. You got a half a month to rack up those galactic credits for the free item from my merch shop. Technology Freak 1000, yes sir, says Whistler. Modus, thank you. Thank you. I made that intro all by my blind self. I'm blind. Have sympathy for me. Not. What's that? Beer what? You got me on that one. Beer bug? I'm not quite sure what you mean by that. And the gambling races are off. Let me pull up my... Oh no. That was close. I almost ended the stream. That would have been absolutely devastating. This is the screen that I want. And then let's pull up this article, because this is hilarious. Not that one. Not that one. Oh yes, the Whisper advert it's just cringy to listen to. That's gonna be funny. Sometimes I can pretend. No, not that one. Yes, this one. Okay, you guys ready for this? If you got sight, you're gonna have a slight advantage over everybody else, but here it is. Now, when I came across this article, I was like, no way, this has got to be fake. She found a free alternative way to boost the human's immune system. And you'll never believe... I don't even know if I can say it on air. Well, not only without laughing, but I don't know if you're allowed to say something like this. There's a bug in here. You're not. Yeah. Even though YouTube gave us all creators the notice that yes, you can talk about it, but it's funny how when you mark that specific thing, when you go through the monetization process for each freaking video, all of a sudden, if you mark that one and you talk about it, then guess what happens to your video? Go figure. Beer bug. Gotcha. That makes sense. Now, a bug. So take a look at this article, people. And her name is Kiss, of all things. Tracy Kiss, out of the UK somewhere, I believe. Ellsbury believes that taking 3 shots of sperm every week will help prevent infection and illness and disease. And she's been doing it for 3 years now. Taking 3 shots of her boyfriend's sperm. Like, You gotta be kidding me. Danny says, ooh. After the last airbender. Didn't we just talk about this last week? And I said, don't you mean the last air fart or something like that? Who? Airbender? Isn't bending air just like mini shockwaves, like what a flatulation would do? I think so. It looks gross. Whatever. Yeah, it's a smoothie. She makes sperm smoothies. What? It isn't much different. Hold on. Whoops. It isn't much different to a mother breastfeeding her newborn to give them the nutrients they need. Come on now. You're basically saying it isn't for everyone. Well, wait a second, but breastfeeding is for everyone. Apparently, it's packed full of vitamins. I haven't had a cold or flu ever since 2017. This is ridiculous. I can't believe this. Avatar: Last Airbender. Yeah, yeah, it's true because she says so, and it's on the internet. So, you know, people, get your boyfriends handy. Oh man, I remember back in the 90s there was a rumor that went around about Lil Kim. You remember her, Lil Kim, the nasty female rapper from back in the day? Apparently had to be hauled off stage during a tour because she had so many ounces of you know what in her stomach and she had to go to the hospital. Oh man, that's just too much. Ooh, how's that roll? 900,000. 20. Dude, you got 21 million credits. Go ahead and gamble all. You're not gonna lose anything. You're not gonna lose anything. Exactly. What's in protein? That and a protein and a bunch of nuclear. Oh shoot. What's it called? Amino acids. Gosh. Yeah, there's no equivalence there whatsoever. I mean, that would give a new meaning to the ladies that, or the guys that like women who shoot breast milk on them. There's a character that's behind the show who's bending around to see her. What's this bending though? That's what I don't get. I don't understand anything about the movie, so I don't know the story. I don't know the backstory or nothing like that. Then who wants to try the first shot? Well, I'll tell you what, Blind Toes. No, I'm not even gonna attempt it. Tough is the best. What is? Oops. Words. Toph is the best? I don't know who that is or what that is. Fill me in. Fill me in. I also have Discord still open in my earbuds too. A BJ train. Wow. Wait a second. Your cousin, as in 9 and a hatchet or whatever? I don't know. I would need like photographic evidence of that. Like her standing right next to Lil Kim or something with a security vest or something. 15 calories. Well, that's not much at all. You can burn that off by hiccuping. Controlling the element. Oh, okay. Bending it. Okay. Which a flatulation would do, so I was right. Message retracted by Danny. Don't watch the movie, watch the cartoon, it's way better. Okay. I'll try to find it. No, not that cousin. Okay, good. Yeah, that was... Okay, anyway, next one. Let's go to the whisper thing. Because this is... funny. Uh-oh. Why does it say hyphen? Let's see if it works. Okay. Not that one. Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. Here we go. All right. Now, listen carefully. Oh, shoot. I have to rewind it quite a bit. Okay. Now remember, turn it up, because it's just her whispering, okay? So, I will give you a couple seconds to turn up your devices. 3, 2, 1. If you can hear me, it'll be good.
Hey guys, have you seen this new game called Go Nuts 3D? It is such an amazing game. There are these ropes on poles and you have to sort them according to their colors. But be careful not to get them tangled or you'll go nuts. This is so fun and satisfying to play. You want to give it a go? Go Nuts 3D.
Go Nuts 3D. I don't even know what it's for. What is this ad for? Yeah, don't give them out. Is this Avatar or The Last Airbender or whatever, is that along the lines or part of a series of James Cameron's Avatar movie? I still haven't seen that. Just an emoji didn't show up right. Oh, okay. Why waste it when you can taste? Yep, this is very cringe, and that's why I like doing these. And I think I might do these on Mondays. Looks like somebody's got a case of the Mondays. Cringe videos. These are so funny. Streamlabs, what is Shine Roll? Oh, it's on cooldown. She's a little scary. Oh, can you guys actually see her? What is this? Does it say on the screen somewhere, what is this product for? 3D Go Nuts? I know it's a video game, but is it called 3D Nuts? Because that's just kind of weird. Yeah, exactly. It's a total ASMR fail, in my opinion. Oh, there's a heist. Now, for those of you who've been here for the last week or so, I've been getting my butt kicked every time the first time in these heists. So, let's see how it goes this time. Yeah, Go Nuts 3D. And notice this came right after the whole article before this, so go figure. Shine. Know what? Has nothing to do. Oh, Shine. No. Okay, gotcha. Gotcha, Danny. Thanks. That makes sense. Hey, Danny, brother. How you doing, good sir? Thanks for tuning in. Oh, you missed a couple of good little flicks, but you can rewind it. I'll be talking here for a minute. You can always rewind it. They're only like 30 seconds. And then what? Like... Oh, no, I was just reading the article the first time. That's right. We're only on the first video. She said balls. She said balls. 280 million galactic credits. Good lord. Danny joined the heist. Okay, we're gonna go on to the next one. And the next one, let's see, which one do I want to pick? Go Nuts 3D game. Do I want to do that one? I'll save the Karen one for last. before we go on to the video review segment, which is that one. We did that one. Okay, then yes, we want this one. This, you guys are gonna laugh. This is just, not only is it cringy, I don't want this one. I want this one. Oh. Okay. Retro gamer wants a girlfriend. Here we go.
Hey, baby. You want to play some N64 with me? Because I sure want to play some N64 with you, baby.
He even has the gamer lisp, if there is such a thing.
Play some Nintendo 64 games with you. I'm looking for a mate who loves video gaming as much as I do. I want somebody I can just sit down and play video games with all freaking day. As long as I'm not being made to fix chicken tendies at Arby's, that is.
You guys remember my weird Arby's guy video?
This is what I do.
That's who I thought this was at first, but it's not. Because that weird Arby's guy, he actually does those videos for a living and has a whole YouTube channel dedicated to doing those kind of spoofs.
I spend my money that I get for education on video games. And then I go to Arby's and I work there for several hours. But when I'm not being made to work Arby's, I'm down to play games with anybody who wants to play N64 with me, baby. Because Nintendo 64 is for real gamers.
Oh, here we go. Here's the face-off against Darth Whistler. Let's see how it goes. Damn it! Damn it! I lost again. So Danny, Marie, and Blind Toes won a couple grand. Good on you. Oh, Agent, you didn't make it in the heist in time. Oh, that's weird. It said it twice for you guys. I'm gonna do That's gonna be fun. Somebody throw in the top thing, exclamation mark top for me, please. Don't. It's a trap. I wanna see the top scores. Yeah, I don't know if he's 12, but he definitely acts like it. He looks 12.
We can play with the joystick on the N64. We can push buttons. We can play Super Smash Brothers. And I've even got the Rumble Pack, baby, for maximum action.
Yeah, the way he says baby is just, it's just not right. It makes your jaw muscles hurt for some reason.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, baby. I don't know how this is.
This is what real gaming looks like.
And he says it a lot in this video. It makes it just so cringy.
Bring your game systems over. Bring your video games over. Bring your controllers over. And we'll play some N64 all night long, baby.
Baby.
We'll play that Nintendo 64 system for real gamers. We'll be playing those video games all night long, baby. We'll be playing these video games with these controllers. I've got 4 controllers for the maximum action, baby. So that we can both be playing some 4-player Mario Kart or Smash Brothers or stuff like that on the Nintendo 64, baby.
Shine, 280 million. Agent, 107 million. Danny, 106 million. You better catch up to Shine. Blind Toes has 21 million. Earth Magic, 6 million. Danny McMcKenna, 1,400,000. Average blind guy, 600,000. Independent Blind has, I didn't catch that one, but he's last. Oh, it's gonna read that whole line over again.
The official gaming system of the 90s.
120,000.
Real 90s kid gaming system for real 90s kids. Because that's what the N64 is.
This guy wasn't even born anywhere near the 90s.
It's a gaming system for real nerds. And I need a baby. I need a girl to play this with me.
He's like, I don't really mean a baby. That's why he went to girl. It was just like a oops type of moment. I don't know how to edit my videos, so I'm just going to pretend no one knows what I just said.
I need a girl.
See, girl. I need a girl.
I need a girl who can play N64
Not a baby.
games with me.
That would have just...
Baby.
Baby. Ew. Ew.
I'm desperate for it.
Ew.
I need a girl who can play N64 games with me. Baby.
I gotta hear that again.
I need a girl to play this with me. I need a girl.
Listen to the next time he says baby. Listen.
I need a girl who can play N64 games with me. Baby.
That was like his most... his best attempt to seduce whoever's watching this.
I'm desperate for it.
I'm desperate for it.
Desperate for a girlfriend who will play N64 games with me. We're playing with my N64's joystick. I need that all day long. Hit me up. Hit me up on OkCupid. I need some girls. We could meet up at the game store. And we could buy some N64 games to bring home, baby. And play some Nintendo 64.
He's really on this N64 kick.
And then we could post on DeviantArt all night long and Tumblr. You could just reblog video gamer memes.
Is he sitting there just flirting with the controller while he talks this whole time? Because I hear it flicking and pushing buttons and whatever.
Complain about how horrible Donald Trump is because that somehow has something to do with video gaming. But we could just reblog video gamer memes. We could complain about how horrible Donald Trump is because that somehow has something to do with video gaming. But be real gamers. Be real gamers all night, baby. Oh yeah, baby. Baby.
That's just effed up right there. He goes off on the controller.
Oh yeah, baby, let's play N64 all night.
I think he's trying to be seductive.
Baby.
If you're a gamer chick watching this at any time in the future, does this guy do it for you? Or are you gonna find his video and go leave him a message? Okay. That was the end of that one. Thank God. Oh, that was almost hard to watch. Uh-oh. Let's go ahead and close that. Share. Now we want... Yep. This one. Not that one. Yes, this one. Now this one's a little bit longer, but oh my gosh, if you got a sensitivity to the F word, you're gonna have a heart attack. But this is great. Oosh wink. Games on cooldown. I knew he was gonna say joystick. I know, right? Exactly. Yeah, I come across these videos. There's a great Reddit thread that has a ton of these. They're like public freakouts, Karen moments, which we're gonna watch next. All sorts of great. Just like, oh my gosh, really? Yeah, he likes playing with a joystick for sure. Apparently. But he's desperate for a gamer, baby. Oh yeah, can you imagine that? It would have to be now. You know, I was dating someone a while ago, and her younger sister, she was a total gamer nerd. And now that I think about it, it kind of makes sense. Does that make a true gamer? I was called not a real gamer at one point. Actually, when I was married, and I get it too, because then I wasn't playing video games. I was blind. I didn't know there were blind games, so I wasn't following games anymore. I used to have, remember back in the day, Nintendo, was it Nintendo Review or something like that? But it was a magazine specifically for Nintendo. There was that. There was also GameSpy, a couple other magazines too that I was subscribed to. But I can actually picture this guy. I think he's a guy bringing over some gamer chick, and they're both just sitting there, kind of like about 8 inches apart, sitting on the couch or the floor, cross-legged, playing Nintendo 64, Smash Brothers, baby. Ooh, 50 million or 51. That was a good roll. Gamble all. 10 million. Gamble all's on cooldown. What up, In Darkness? You're back, I take it. Oh, did you miss the gamer video? The retro gamer wants a date or whatever. Oh my gosh. Baby. I can't take it. Lost its slots. Not a surprise. No more. Behave. And 64 was my favorite. You ruined it for me. Yeah, really. You know what's funny though? It's like growing up in the 90s and late 80s. I was born in 79. But so I went from Atari 2600 was my first console. And then during that same time, I also had an Apple. Well, I didn't have it, but my dad had an Apple II CS. So that was the first computer I really started toying around on. So then I really quickly got into computer gaming thereafter. So I didn't have too many consoles growing up. I know it's going to sound like a lot, but over time it really isn't, considering like some of my friends on the same street had like 4 or 5 game consoles at once. I was more of the Atari side, Sega Genesis side, and Sony PlayStation. Those were the only ones that I ever had. Those are the ones that I really liked. But, and I remember, at least for me here, the type of kids that played Nintendo versus the type of kids that played Genesis consoles, for example. 2 completely different types of kids. It was really interesting to notice. Like, you know, in school, how you had the jocks or the punks or the skaters. You know, it was that type of a stereotypical view of the kids that played Nintendo versus the kids that played Genesis. It was really, really interesting to see. Now that I look about it, yeah, we should take a shot every time he says liquor or every time he says baby. Yeah, no, we'd all be drunk. And then someone would end up drinking something with a little too much protein and 15 calories. I'd be passed out the next 5 minutes. Grinder, yeah. That's right why he's flicking the joystick so much, huh, Agent? Speaking of members, thank you, Streamlabs, for reminding me. Agent Z% here is now has a new loyalty badge for the 1 month mark. Thank you for being a member. And it's been a while since I've seen Earth Magic, so I hope she's doing okay, but she's also there at the 1 month mark. So thanks to all the members. He's steadily fidgeting with the blue controller. Danny here, wait, okay. Probably true. Oh, that's weird. There's a heist. 7:35. Danny McKenna. It doesn't say anything. It just says your name. That's really weird. I don't know what that's all about. So. Oh, at least 15. I mean, I'll go back and count them later, but I think it's way more than 15. I want to see this heist. I want to see if I get slaughtered again. Come on. Yeah, I thought that's what it said, Agent. Double sixes. Here we go. Here's the heist. Heads off to Exegol to face me. Yes! So there's a 50-50. So, Blind Toes and Danny Marie. Didn't you guys win the first time as well? That's funny. Yeah, no, I didn't take him seriously either. Danny. Gamble. Please don't mind the video again. I was cringy enough. Game Informer. Yes. Game Informer. I remember that one. See, how it worked is I would have like a couple subscriptions. One of my other friends would have a couple different subscriptions, you know, and we just all go over and share subscriptions. Yeah, no kidding, Danny McKenna. Gamble. Shine. Gamble. Gamble. Oh. Oregon Trail. Oh my gosh, yeah. We had a program. This kind of teeters on con theories, if you know what I'm talking about. But there was a program back in the day for elementary kids, and it had to do with Oregon Trail. And I remember when we first got a computer in our school, only certain kids would be allowed or would be chosen to go into this separated room from everybody else with 2 other children, sometimes 4 other children, so either 3 or 5, and, you know, tinker around on the computer. And that's where I got to play Oregon Trail for the first time, along with a lot of other tests and whatnot. So yeah, Oregon Trail. And then too, like I was mentioning at the Apple IIcs, there was a program on there. What was it called? I don't even know what it was called, but basically it was this really rudimentary surgery simulation. So there'd be a body laying on a table, and you know, back then it was black and white. Well, it was actually 256 shades of gray. But so the scalpel tool, it was basically like a drawing program, very rudimentary. You use the mouse to draw, and you would have your spline, or the arc tool, or the circle, oval, or rectangle tool. Those same things in this game. Not game, but simulation. So basically, you had a scalpel tool, you had a sponge tool, forceps, and you would have to cut a person open and then practice dabbing the blood. It was really, really weird. It didn't even look real at all, but it was really interesting. Genesis, yeah. I remember, let me get this whole thing. Whoops, I want words. Mega Drive? Mega Drive. Well, I mean, it was only a 16-bit system. So I don't really know what you mean by Mega Drive. I had the Sega CD, where it had that external thing you attach to the side of it and underneath the Sega Genesis. And then I also had the 32X, which you plugged into the top cartridge slot. So you could have like this massive, beefed up Sega Genesis on steroids. It was kind of funny. The games still sucked. If you play Nintendo, what stereotype does that make you? Well, I mean, obviously you don't really fit, but the guy that we just watched, that was exactly the type of Nintendo players. Just saying. But again, that was in my area. You've all seen Danny Marie on her YouTube channel, which we'll be doing a review on that later, and she obviously does not fit that stereotype either. It's just my own personal experience. Talented HV, how you doing? Hey, you guys, if you don't know, subscribe to Talented HV, because she's going to be interviewing me on July 11th at 1 p.m. Pacific time, I believe it is, on Saturday. Super Nintendo was your first console. Yeah, you know, I did have, actually now that I think about it, because I remember playing Mike Tyson's Punch-Out. So I had the first Nintendo, not Super Nintendo, just regular old 8-bit Nintendo. You know, like Duck Hunt, had that really weird futuristic laser gun. Oh man. And the thing where the game stopped working, so you'd pull it out and then you'd blow on the cartridge really fast and you put it back in to try to get it to work. It never really did. They actually spent, what was it? I read an article. They spent in upwards of like $300,000 doing a study about that to see if blowing on the cartridge actually worked, and it doesn't. We only had Nintendo until PS2, really? Yep. I don't remember. Yeah, I quickly went from the original Nintendo to Sega Genesis, all because of Mortal Kombat, the first one that came out. Mortal Monday, which actually came out a day early at the Good Guys in Santa Rosa on Mother's Day, 1991, I think. I could be wrong on that year, but I remember Mortal Monday, but it was on Mother's Day, so I called it Mortal Monday. Mortal Mother's Monday. My mom was pissed. Oh, does it say 2 months? Because in my YouTube studio it says 1 month. Because remember, the first month is actually the new member month. And then there's the 1 month mark, which is the second badge. So it's kind of weird how it's configured. Okay, I'm going to catch up really quick. If there's anything that you guys want to address, or I'm just going to skip to the bottom. Holy, I was so far behind anyway. Show latest messages. I was way behind. Oh, wait, I just saw one from Willie. Welcome, Willie. Nintendo sucks. Hey, it doesn't suck per se, but at the time, you know, it was revolutionary. Can I... what? Sure, you can interview me after... Oh! Duck Hunt. Windows. How about Windows? What was it? Windows 5 point whatever it was before NT, before Windows XP. Prodigy. Actually, I'm going to read some of these. There's some good memories in here. Frog dissection game. I think this may have been a frog. I can't remember right now. I just remember how bad bad it looked. Like, the Operation Game by Milton Bradley was better than this computer game. Commodore. I do remember that. A friend of mine had that.
You want me to note I do remember that a friend of mine had that, right?
No, computer, stop. I wasn't talking to you. Cat and Mouse. I don't remember a Cat and Mouse one. Gamble's on cooldown. I could have swore I saw Willie Rosado. But if you are here, Willie, welcome. Welcome. Yeah, Prodigy. I remember, oh man, we used to take so many of those, what we later learned were free, AOL discs. Because you had, 5,000 hours of free AOL internet service. Oh man, 2,800 baud. And then 14.4 the next year, and then 28.8 the next year. It's just like, how can they do this so fast, so quick? They were just throttling us growing up, by the way. Just so you know. Yep, NES. Oh yes, so the week after Talented HV, there's a special day in there. But it's actually 8 days later. Yes, there's Willie Rosado, 1993. Yeah. 93. Oh, computer. What year did Mortal Kombat come out on Sega Genesis?
This might answer your question. The Mortal Kombat series debuted in 1992. Mortal Kombat is the latest game in the series, which was released on April 19, 2011.
1992, says my computer. But yeah, that era. Game Genie and Game Shark. I sure do. Game Shark, I remember on PS, you had to, it was a little thing you plugged into the memory card slot. And then Game Genie, it hung off of the NES cartridges. And so you had to have the thing, the door open in order to put it in. It was really funky. And then I remember a device for the Game Shark that you could also buy, were for the PlayStation. Remember the original flat gray PlayStation? The lid popped up the top, and then you had the two buttons, the big buttons, front left and front right. Well, this Game Shark that you used, you had to put a spring where the lid closed into the door to where the PlayStation recognized that the door was closed. That way you could put in the Game Shark CD, and then when the CD stopped spinning, you took it out, and then you put the game CD in. It was just really, really crazy hack that ended up working. Windows 3.1, thank you. Yes, 3.1. I'm not a big Windows fan. Although, I do find myself using Windows more and more lately. I swear, if there was a program that was as accessible as Ecamm is for broadcasting, I would probably be broadcasting from Windows, because all my games are over there. And I could broadcast the video if they have video. Some do. Some do. Okay, Gambling Technology Freak. Would you want to check out some of my videos? You're on the list, Technology Freak. Don't worry. Yes, people, we will be doing video reviews after this Karen video, in the next segment. Technology Freak 1000. As you can see in the chat, he is on the list. AOL discs, yeah. Yep, we used to make CD art out of them. AOL was my first ISP. I think, no, Netscape was my first ISP. Yes, 92 on Sega. Okay. That's the one that I had. Gamble 1000. I don't remember Game Shark for Game Boy. That would be interesting. World 88. You want 1,000 credits. Oh, look at that. I caught up. Okay, here we go. Karen video. Okay, get in the mood. Get the mindset. Get rid of baby and joystick and 3D nuts. Now we're moving on to a Karen. If you guys don't remember what a Karen is a woman who makes a complete ass out of herself in front of people in the public. She has an entitlement to her, an air of entitlement, like she knows all, and she usually will throw out stuff like, well, I'm an attorney, or I'm a librarian. I'm not a librarian. Librarians are hot, usually. I'm a superintendent of schools. You know, some kind of self-indulgent idealism of authority that they try to project onto people. It's really interesting, but they're all pretty much the same. So we all know a Karen, so just listen.
You don't think so?
No.
Okay.
Look at me. What training have you had regarding mania?
Okay. So, we do have an officer here that's trained in those behaviors.
Is he a psychologist?
Who's your doctor?
Andrea Russell.
Okay.
Yoon Hee Cho. I
Okay.
just got off the phone with both of them
Okay.
today.
All right.
Thank you very much.
And you're good on your medication then? Are you
you condescending and
No.
talking down to me now?
I'm not. I'm actually asking.
Oh, really?
Are you on a new medication at all?
No,
Okay.
I'm not.
Okay. Is there anything that's
Who are
changed?
you, Hastings?
I'm an officer of Portland Police. I'm an ECIT officer.
Oh, really? And you're really an expert on mental illness, aren't you?
Well, I mean, I'm not a psychiatrist or psychologist.
No, you're not.
Now listen to this. She asks about his schooling, and he actually does have the credentials to give him the authority to make these kind of questions from a publicly elected. Well, I mean, police aren't elected, but you know, police chief is elected. They hire police. Blah blah blah. Right. So she questions him about his schooling, and then she says what she has for schooling. And just listen.
And I'm the fucking smartest person you have ever fucking met. So get the fuck down off of my ass. Did you go to college, Hastings?
Sure did.
You did? What'd you study?
Social sciences.
Oh, social
And I have
sciences.
minor in
Great.
psychology.
Oh.
So he does have a degree, a minor, whatever, in psychology, which is like, what, 2 years, 2 to 4 years, depending on which psychology. But because he said minor, that's what she grabs on.
Minor. You should know a little bit about it then, right? You douche. I have a fucking finance with honors degree. I'm a certified financial planner. I'm also an attorney.
There it is. There's the Karen attorney claim.
Of law, and I know my fucking rights.
What's your bar number?
I don't fucking know that. Douche.
Wait, what did you just
I'm
ask?
also an attorney of law, and I know my fucking rights.
What's your bar number?
Oh, bar number.
I don't fucking know that.
Most, not all, I'll give her that, but most attorneys know their bar number, their license number.
Douche.
You don't know that?
Coming out of my vagina. That's what you are.
No, your behavior is very erratic.
Oh, is it?
And Jamie, every time I just try to have a normal conversation with you, it just goes right to insults.
Is that against the law? Is it
No,
is
but-
against the law
Can
to
you understand
insult
how-
a man in
Can you
blue?
understand how it's not a normal conversation?
You guys get called
Why-
shit all the
and
time.
Why we're concerned?
And you take down the blacks and you get fucking on video.
That's false.
Have a good day, Jamie. We're leaving.
I want him arrested for physical assault, you fuckface!
Especially when you're going to scream like that. Have a good day.
You don't let the officer back up. You want to go to jail?
For what, sir?
Disorderly conduct.
Oh, disorderly conduct.
That type of attitude right there is probably going to end you up in the hospital. Just to let you know.
Oh, I'm really afraid. I'm so afraid of you guys. Give me a fucking
So
break.
if you're gonna go back over here, you're gonna block his way or grab onto his car. You've got one or two things. You can go to jail for disorderly conduct, or you can go to the mental hospital. Which one would you like? Because those are your only two options.
Fuck you, Hastings. You're going down. Your 401k or your 403b, consider a fucking gone because you have no retirement. Right. You get a pension because you're an employee of the state. Way to fucking go. You didn't put a dime in the stock market, you fucking loser. Just because you're a public employee, you deserve more than the private sector employees? Give me a fucking break.
You have to deal with people that behave like this. So
Oh,
you think
God, I am so sorry.
So can you take
Where is it? Wow. She is knucking futs. Wow. Oh man, that is just way too much. So that's a Karen for y'all. That is the Karen. Insane. Yeah, what a douche, right? She stands in front of his car. Yeah, go figure. Then again, a douche is useful. Yeah. I never understood that insult, really. It's like, how, what? Her voice. Yeah, that was the biggest thing. And that crying. Ugh. Absolutely. They have many run-ins with her, I'm guessing. Okay. Wow, she's really educated. Not, right? Yeah, she is that person. And I think it's safe to say that we have all come across someone like her, whether it be in our families, not mine, I'm not saying that, or just someone that we used to be acquainted with. Next, we are going to go to, wait, I don't think I have the right scene pulled up yet. Oh, we have to go there anyway in order to pull it up. Let's do... We will start off with this one by Technology Freak 1000. Don't need this one to open. Don't need this one open. I've got way too many windows open. Oh, I don't need the sperm smoothies article open anymore. There we go. A vintage note taker. Now, I didn't actually know how old this particular Braille and Speak is, but it's 22 years old, people. It's not as old as I am. But let's watch the video.
Hello guys, this is Technology Freak 1000, and yes, I do have a new unit today. Oh great. I was trying to sound monotone, but couldn't get that stuff done. Oh my gosh. Well, I guess we're going to have to review this unit and take a look at it. Let's do that right now. Guys, my channel's got over.
Now, me personally, I have never even seen a Braille and Speak. I've heard of them, but yeah, I didn't hear about it until after I lost my sight. So I never got my hands on one. I don't even know what it looks like or nothing. So hopefully Technology Freak 1000 here will describe it to us.
15 minutes in record times, so we can take as long as we need to, but I'm not going to do that. However, I'm going to go over a majority of what's on this unit here. If you want me to do this,
Yes, Shine,
up at
she
the
was
top,
a psycho.
it says Braille and
for
Speak
sure.
all the way across. I used to have a Braille note that was like as thick as this. So it's basically a rectangular box, if you will.
How big is it?
About an inch thick.
Did he just read my mind from the past? That was kind of freaky.
So, who knew a device from 1998 could actually be so, well, full? I mean, full of being lightweight. Well, it actually is. Turning on the unit, you will hear a monotone voice.
Yay!
Let me go ahead and turn on the speech in 3, 2, 1.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, that.
I want that voice. I love the retro voices. Matter of fact, you can kind of fine tune the Fred voice on Apple VoiceOver to where it sounds like Stephen Hawking's synthesized voice.
That's the thing. To create a micro, you have to press dots 1, 3, 4, and 5. That's one of the first things. And then press space if you want to create a startup micro. It will ask you, create a startup micro, wire in. It will have you...
Mr. Frosty! Did you get the forwarded voicemail that I sent you? Just checking.
Type Y.
Hope you're doing well, brother. Give me a call tomorrow. What's tomorrow? Tuesday. Yeah, give me a call tomorrow, man.
Or N for that. And it will start recording, and you can do whatever the macro you want it to be. Whatever macro you want it to be. The keys are all rectangular. What I didn't realize is that the keys feel more like the unit itself. Go into the options menu first. Let's go to the options.
Calendar check.
Calendar check. I believe it checks the calendar, but I don't know.
Calculator.
Standard calculating stuff.
Date.
The date. It would display the date when you press the letter D.
File commands.
File commands. Those are the commands.
Yeah, Mr. Frosty. It was a 4-second voicemail that for some reason was in my blocked messages section. Hi, kitty. And it was from our mutual friend who we thought wasn't reaching out, but turns out was, and that was the voicemail. So it's been a rough week, to say.
Files. Smart calendar. And by the way, what I meant by display...
That's what it sounds like. Yeah. If it was a higher pitched and a little more range, it would definitely sound like Johnny 5.
I meant it will say the date. Smart calendar is the smart calendar. This actually existed for a while.
Correction. So that was a macro. Okay, I was wondering.
Okay, calculate line. Not sure what that was.
Average Blind Guy. There's actually a YouTube channel of someone that repairs these batteries, and supposedly it's all note takers. I'll go through my... Oh, the history's gonna take a long time. If I find it, I will send it to you. I guess I'll send it to Jason, who can send it to you.
It speaks for itself. You can open the previously opened file. You can even open the currently selected file from this menu. Review mode. That means you can review a document, I think.
Set time/date.
You can set the time or date.
You have an autonomous zone, Frosty? What does that mean? Send it again. Let's see, can I? Yeah, I will email it to you. That way I know you'll get it.
Or alarm.
Spell check.
I mean, for some reason, it's not working on this unit. I'm gonna have to see when I get an old computer or an external CD-ROM drive to see if it would work.
Oh my goodness. CD-ROM drive. Look at this. This is my super drive. CD-ROM super drive for my Mac that I have never plugged into my computer. I've only ever used a CD-ROM drive in the last 15 years. Yeah, 15 years. Yeah. To make my DJ mixes. Because I would use a CD, what's called a CDJ for my mixes. My friend had a Braylon speak. Probably that's kind of around his. Well, anybody that was really blind in the 90s, I guess, would have one. I think it was like the only thing that was available. I'm gonna play this and let the cat out at the same time.
Now, there is no way to actually plug this unit into my computer if I had a computer to plug it into, which I don't.
Time. Spell check.
It's basically the spell checker.
Time.
Time, you know, it would say the time.
Say countdown timer.
Say countdown timer. I believe that would either be the alarm or stopwatch related.
Stopwatch.
Yeah, stopwatch. Execute program.
Say alarm.
There was a movie back in the 80s, I think it was. Maybe you guys remember. But it was called The Last Starfighter. And I believe this voice was used in the video game scenes, if you guys remember that part. I loved that movie. That was a great movie.
Alarm, that would mean, like, if you press dots when in fire.
Yeah, Danny, though, that's a DVD-ROM. It's different than a CD-ROM. See, back then, there were dedicated CD-ROM drives and dedicated DVD-ROM drives. It wasn't until later on they started doing the combo drives, you know? So, yeah. I don't even think I have a DVD. I mean, I can do. I've got the DVD creator on the Mac, but I haven't even used that.
With the space bar, it will say the alarm.
2 p.m. The date is Saturday, June 13, 2020.
Okay. This unit is not getting hot. I'm hoping it's still charging. Because I'm charging it right now.
Option. Abort.
Now for the parameters menu, let's do that first.
Set speech
I mean, let's
parameter.
do that now. Set speech parameters.
Exit.
Press dots 3, 4, 5, and then the space bar to get into it.
Set speech parameters.
Note that this unit does not have an enter or backspace key. To delete or to erase a character by just, going back. That would mean you would have to press dots 1, 2, and then the space bar.
Oh, that's annoying. I like my delete key.
Pressing certain keys will do certain actions. Actions. Pressing dots 1 and 4 will raise and lower the volume.
Louder, 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 softer, softer, softer.
Wait, what's softer?
Pressing dots 2 and 5. Hang on.
Faster, slower.
Space 1 and 4.
Will increase or decrease the speech rate.
Well,
faster, faster, slower, slower.
What's decrease though? Space, right?
Finally, pressing dots. Pressing either dots 3 and 6 will raise and lower the pitch. This is quite funny.
Wait, what's?
If you ask me.
Shire, 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 shire,
Shire?
shire, 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 shire.
Okay, that's gonna kill my brain.
Shire, shire.
Oh no, God, no.
You'll hear a little click or something
Yep. Okay,
when you're at the end of something.
got it. Ooh. Whoa.
It kind of, what is that word? It kind of,
So I'm confused. Is it a single dot and then both dots, or is it both dots plus the space bar to change the modifier? Like 1 and 4 is for the volume. So is it 1, 4 and space bar to lower the volume, or is it 1 to lower the volume and 1 and 4? That's where I'm confused.
is static when...
Wasn't that such a great movie? We gotta talk about your zone, Mr. Frosty.
Right there. When it says, hey, or whatever.
What are you pressing? Like, what's the difference between higher, lower, faster, slower, pitch? What was the other one? Pitch? Let's see. Volume. Rate. Yeah. Pitch. Higher. Lower. Faster, lower. I don't know. So how do you do the two different commands? How do you differentiate the command? Technology Freak 1000, where are you? In the chat, let us know. Help us out. Help some brothers and sisters out.
Don't worry, we'll go back to normal. That's about as low as it'll go.
No, I get that, Technology Freak, but how do you do... Wait, maybe you've already answered it. I'm going to skip down to the bottom. Show latest, because I was way behind. Streamlabs, Shine, Stream, Blinders. I remember the movie Last Starfighter. Yeah, it's not really talked about a lot. Like, a lot of people will mention, great movies, like retro movies from the 80s and whatnot. And you never hear anybody talk about The Last Starfighter. But as soon as you say, do you guys remember The Last Starfighter? Hell yeah, I remember The Last Starfighter. Cloning? Pfft, way ahead of its time. Come on.
Faster, slower. Shire.
Okay, yeah, so you didn't answer it, but Technology Freak, how do you make it, for example, let's just stick the one parameter change, volume. How do you change the volume up, and how do you change the volume down? There has to be an additional modifier pushed in with a command line, or command prompt, in order to change it. So if 1 and 4 is to do one thing, it's got to be 1, 4, and another key combination to go in reverse. Does that make sense?
Shire, lower.
And now we're back to normal. Doing the vice would be to do dots 5 and 6 and dots 2 and 3.
Frequency.
Actually, I'm sorry, that's frequency.
Frequency.
What's frequency?
It kind of does like
I guess that would be pitch, right?
You have to do you have to add space to dots 2 and 3.
There we go. Space.
5 and 6.
That's what I was looking for. Okay. If I was patient, I don't read manuals. Come on.
Go through.
Device number 1. Device number 2. Device number 3. Device number 4. Device number 5. Device number 1.
Device for what?
Now, here's what you got to be careful about.
What?
The punctuation level.
Punctuation.
None.
Invalid parameter. Most punctuation.
Most?
No punctuation. No punctuation. Invalid parameter. No punctuation. Device number 5. Device number 1. Frequency. Frequency. No punctuation. Invalid parameter. Frequency.
It said you deleted something? I didn't see that. Yeah, I didn't see it. Unless I skipped it. So if somebody got their message deleted, it was on accident. Don't freak out and like, I'm never watching this channel again. Somebody named Mr. Frosty deleted my comment. And all I was talking about was a sperm slurpee.
Frequency. No punctuation. Invalid parameter.
Oh, in case you missed it, Mr. Frosty. We went over an article earlier talking about this lady named Tracy Kiss, go figure, who says that for the last 3 years, she's been taking how do I put it? 3 doses, I guess you could say, or 3 shots of sperm a week, and she's been healthy and she doesn't get sick. I know, right? Oh, take care, Mr. Frosty. Thanks for stopping in. Give me a call tomorrow. If not, I'm going to give you a call. If I remember.
Frequency. Invalid parameter. Exit. Option. Abort. Yes. Loading. Top of file.
Here's the file.
Okay, Agent, thanks.
What?
What?
Here's the file.
Hello, the unit charge is low, but it's probably because of it being low.
What?
Here's the file.
Hello, the unit charge is low, but it's probably because of it being low.
I gotta get me one of these devices because that was freaking rad.
Top of file.
Top of file.
Here's the file.
Hello, the unit charge is low, but it's probably because of it being low.
I have no idea. I heard hello,
Speech parameters.
but that was about it.
Low, but it's probably because of it being low.
I have no idea what that is. But it was cool.
Set speech parameters.
See, I want a computer that no matter what you type, it'll try to read. You ever come across those strings of text where your computer's just like, no, I'm not going to bother. Yeah, I want something that's going to read no matter what. No punctuation. No punctuation. No punctuation. No punctuation. Hey, play.
Space punctuation space. Invalid space parameter space.
Don't worry, we're not going anywhere. We got one more video to review. Now, I had two more, but someone was deleting my comments from their video. So I decided not to review their video. So nah, freaking nah. Bum 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 bum. Turn it up.
Whoop, 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 whoop.
Alrighty, coming up next, we got Danny Marie's video. Don't talk. Wait, what? I'm not talking anything about your wife. I don't even know your wife. I just know Mrs. Frosty. If you guys want to catch the rest of Technology Freak's video, head on over to Technology Space Freak 1000. You can find all really cool blind tech videos over there. Duel blind toes. Yeah, get that duels on, guys. Oh yeah, the lower dot 6. I forgot about that. I forgot. I did forget. Let's see if it actually accepts the duel. I want to see if it works. Who is deleting your Wait, who's I'm not even gonna bother mentioning it live. I've got one more comment that I need to check on, and if that one gets deleted too, then it's gonna be more than a coincidence. You know what I'm saying? I guess Duel is not working for anyone because we've tried dueling in the past as well and it didn't work, so I don't know what that's all about. Alright. Let's go ahead and moving on to our last video. Sometimes I pretend I can see. Now obviously I'm not going to play the full thing, because I want you guys to go to these people's videos and actually watch them yourself and give them the credit. So here we go.
welcome to my channel. I'm Danny Marie AUC. Sometimes I pretend I can see. Let's talk about that. Sometimes I pretend I can see. That's not sensationalist, it's not clickbait, it's not a lie.
That's total clickbait, come on.
Sometimes I pretend I can see. Being legally blind or blind is really hard work. So every day there are a million little things that I have to...
Oh my gosh! You know what I forgot to do in all the previous videos? The comment section! I wanted to go in the comment section and see what other people are saying about the videos. Man, if I would just read the notes that I don't write down.
Harder to do than people who are sighted. All throughout the day, if I want to read something that's too small, I have to pull out my phone. I have to use my camera, or at the very least, I have to turn on the flashlight on my phone because sometimes the light is enough to help, but not always. Take something as simple as changing the channel on your TV. So I
TV? What?
either pull out my phone, use my camera, zoom in all the way to read the menu.
I thought there was just previous and next on YouTube. Wait, TV, what?
To read what's on this particular channel, or to just see what the number of the channel is. And sometimes the camera, depending on where I'm sitting, is still not enough to let me read all the finer print. Or I have to get up and walk toward the TV, which...
And scratch and sniff the screen. We all know how Jason does it, right?
Isn't a problem always, but sometimes the TV's mounted high up on a wall or above a fireplace, or sometimes there are objects in the way, or there are other people trying to watch the TV. I have to take extra things with me when I go places, especially if I'm going alone. One, I have to take my white cane, and the cane is super important if I'm alone, so I don't miss a curve, twist my ankle, or miss a set of stairs, or I'm standing there slower than everyone else, feeling around with my foot, trying to figure out where that first step is or where the last step is.
Oh my gosh, that reminds me, just today I did that. Instead of taking my cane out to go look for the package of these freaking awesome headphones, you guys. These are the most comfortable pair of headphones I've ever had. Like, I wish I could turn them so you could see on the inside, but oh my gosh. Ooh. All I can say is, why is my microphone so far away? If the looks of a Ferrari could fit on your ears, that's what these are. They are so freaking comfortable. Anyway, there's this movie called Snatch. You guys should watch it. And I remember seeing, there's this one scene where Boris the Blade, apparently he can't be killed. He's also called Boris the Bullet Dodger. Why they call him the Bullet Dodger? Because he dodges bullets, Avi. Anyway, so he ends up getting held hostage because he's got a package with the 86 karat diamond in his briefcase, right? Anyway, so he's in the trunk of a car and he's got a tea cozy on his head and his hands are bound in front of him with a rope or something, I can't remember. Anyway, the car that he's in, he get into an accident and he gets out of the trunk, and Avi, he's like, is that Boris? And he looks out the window and there's this guy, Boris, with a tea cozy on his head, walking around the street, and he's stepping forward with his foot trying to feel around as he's taking these giant steps. It's hilarious. Anyway, that's what I was doing today, looking for my package because I didn't have my cane. I'm sure I looked like an idiot.
Because I've definitely missed those and sprained an ankle before. That was a very fun experience.
That's right. Always use your cane. And oh, who was it? Someone was talking about, oh yeah, Connie Collins George, my good friend Greenheart. She did a live video earlier today. I'm gonna have to go soon because I need some juice, just warning you guys. She did a video talking about how people move things on blind people, and I just put a simple comment, don't move things on blind people, especially in our own domicile, our own home, because we rely on our mental maps. And as we get used to things, we build a mental map. And when we can touch something that we know where we've put it, let's say someone came in here and moved my microphone arm. I don't know it because I had it right here. And it's like, whoa, it's not here. And now I look like a complete moron looking for my microphone, right? But if it's somewhere where I last touched it, we build these mental maps in our brains. So don't move shit on blind people, folks.
But generally I have to carry that with me. But other than that, if I am going with someone, I still have to carry my monocular with me. And
I want, even though I can't see, I want quadnoculars.
the monocular is important.
Star Wars quote.
If I want to see things like menu boards, signs, if I'm crossing the street and I want to see if a light is red or green, I can't always see that. If I'm looking for someone in a crowd, or generally if I want to experience the world in a way similar to those around me. So if I'm going to events, concerts, or if I'm out at a venue where there are food trucks and things like that, I generally have to have a monocular to be able to read anything.
Is this what you mean by pretending you can see? Because when I think of pretending I can see, I think I actually left a comment in the comment section below on this video, which you guys should go check out, by the way. Danny Marie AUC on YouTube. Check out the video. Anyway, I'm thinking more along the lines of like just being socially acceptable. For example, like in society, like everybody says, oh, did you see blah, 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 blah? Or did you watch the TV show? It's like we still say yes. We still say, I watch TV. I still say I watch TV. I still say, yeah, I saw it. You know, yeah, I read the book. It's just kind of generally understood, some kind of terminology. But then you get the hard-nosed blind people that'll say, oh, I don't watch TV. I listen to TV.
So life as a blind or visually impaired person is logistically complicated.
Yep.
If I want to go somewhere next week, there are 10 different steps that I have to think about. So who's going to take me?
Shit, we can't even exactly who's going to take me. We can't even say that about tomorrow, let alone next week. I mean, it's like there's a lot of planning that goes into it. I'll say that much.
How am I going to get there? Will I be on time? Will I have to go somewhere else along with the one place I want to go? Will there be cab or ride share? Will I be able to afford the cab or ride share? What if my ride falls through? What's my backup ride? I have absolutely been forgotten before.
Yep, I've been there
and it's
plenty
of
times.
But that is...
I've also been dropped off in a completely different neighborhood by Uber before. That was not cool.
Part of the life that those of us who can't drive live. So I've said all this basically to make the point that being legally blind or being blind is challenging. It's hard. And that's not me complaining, it's the truth. Things are logistically harder for those of us who are blind or legally blind. There are extra things we have to think about throughout the day. There are extra situations that we have to prepare for, and it's challenging.
I will say that from my perspective, I think being low vision has got to be more frustrating than someone that's totally blind. Only because for us totals, 10%ers, there is no good days and bad days as far as our vision goes. Like, there's so many variants of vision, of the visual spectrum. Like, what are you gonna be able to pick up today? Oh, it's sunny today, so I don't necessarily need this device. Oh wait, there's no sun today. There's a lot of grayness out there, so I'm gonna need this device. You know what I mean? I just think, from my perspective, from what I've understood, and from what people have said so far, that it's way more frustrating to be low vision or have a visual impairment than it is to be totally blind. If I had a choice of total versus low vision or some other weird spectrum of vision impairment, I'm perfectly content with total blindness.
So you ask,
Just saying.
Danielle, if you need all these things,
Yes.
how do you pretend to see? And there are many answers to that question.
That's what I want to know.
So I'll take the first example.
What?
Watching TV.
Okay.
Most of the time, unless I'm in my room where I can sit very close to my TV, I'm not actually watching a TV, I'm listening to it.
Yep, me too.
But I still find myself looking in the direction of the TV, and then when
Who doesn't?
I realize what I'm doing, I have a chuckle at myself because it's pretty funny. The little things that we do to blend in or to do just because it's normal are hilarious, honestly. Also, as a side note, I recently got into descriptive video for the first time about a few weeks ago, and I don't know how I've lived so long without it because I low-key love it. So, say I'm out with a group of friends, we're all hanging out, and
Wait, how far are we into this video? We're breaching the halfway mark, and I don't want to take too much from people going over to watch her video. We'll give it a little bit longer.
Casually says, oh, you guys have to see this picture I took on my phone. And the person then holds his or her phone up to show everyone. Of course, it's a cute picture of a dog. Everyone giggles and smiles because who doesn't love a picture of a dog?
Now, before I hear her answer, I'm like, dude, you gonna describe it to a blind brother or what? And everybody gets their own little chuckle out of it, and then they all take turns trying to describe what it is, and then I all of a sudden get like, okay, never mind, don't describe it, because now I've got 10 different perspectives of what they think the picture is like. Anyway,
All right, no surprise there. But if I want to see the picture, I have to either get up, walk to the person while they awkwardly hold their hand up like this, possibly climb over people.
wait a second. I'm gonna josh it here. Like this? You're making a video? The bathroom's over there, blind person.
Their objects, just to see this picture of a dog. Or they have to pass their phone to me. Some people don't like to pass their phone around casually. I get that. Sometimes I don't feel like crawling over people or things just to see a picture of a dog. Okay. Are you beginning to see some of the struggle? I'll keep going.
And actually, I'm going to stop right there so you guys can actually go check out her video and get all these really cool examples. But like I was saying earlier, what's really cool is if you do like say, hey, describe it to me, it kind of becomes this like social game too. Like ask 5 different people to describe a picture to you. You won't believe what kind of information you guys will get. I'm gonna hit up the chat really quick, and then I'm gonna get out of here and boost up my blood sugar. I'm working the descriptions. I must have missed something. Oh my gosh, yeah, the chat did completely skip on me. That's annoying. So I'm just going to cover the last few. Actually, right now, go. If you got anything to put in the chat that you want to address to me, you got a question or whatever. Otherwise, I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to play that describe it to me game ASAP. Yeah, it's kind of funny. For sure. Suffering and pain is just one issue. Yeah, I totally get that, Danny. The other Danny, Mac McKenna. I agree. I'm totally fine with being blind. Yeah, I mean, in 2003, when I first went through my eye issues, I had partial sight for 5-6 months. I mean, I was totally blind. So what happened January 17th, 2003, I woke up totally blind in my left eye, still perfect vision in my right eye, until about 6 hours later, mid work day, and then the vision started getting blurry in that eye. So anyway, fast forward, I had like really good vision on my right eye for a while after the first surgeries to try to repair the retina, but I had no peripheral, so I had really good tunnel vision, and then the tunnel vision went, and then so I had these really, really messed up stages of low vision, and it was really frustrating. Like 5 months in, I just ended up closing my eyes and operating as if I was going to lose all my sight, and eventually I did. So it kind of paid off for me in the end, but the frustration, oh my gosh, I found myself snapping at people like, can't you describe it right or properly? Like, don't you understand my visual acuity by now? Come on. It was so frustrating. I was such a tirade. Gamble. Oh, whoops. There's Tina. Photophobia is the really good. Yeah, if you guys want to check out another video, check out her photophobia video. That's a trip. I can only imagine. That would suck. Light reflect. Don't go snowboarding on a sunny day. I'll tell you what. Okay. So, what have we learned today, kiddos? You gotta go check out Technology Freak 1000 and Danny Marie AUC for some really good videos. Am I on? There we go. I may have messed that whole thing up. Oh no, I was on share screen. Whew. Okay, thank goodness. Anyway, so yeah, thanks guys. Thank you guys for all being here. It's been great in the chat. Don't forget to hit that like button, please. Don't forget to share. The more interaction, the better. Helps the channel grow. Blah 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 blah. Anyway, this has been Whistler with Theory of Blind Man. Thank you very, very much to all the members out there. And don't forget, you can join too by hitting the little join button. It's under the support Theory of a Blind Man. That'd be great, but not necessary. Not necessary. Thank you all again. And don't forget, love is blind. Keep it blind.